Last night, how about those Browns, huh? To paraphrase Jerry Jones, the Browns got after it early, built a 28-0 lead, and then defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 48-37, knocking the Steelers out of the playoffs, advancing to the divisional round of the playoffs where they will face the defending Super Bowl champion and top-seeded Kansas City Chiefs. Let's welcome in Bud Shaw. Bud, just a quick reaction. There was very little doubt after the first quarter there with that 28-0 lead. The Browns were going to get that done last night.
Yeah, well, first, Dave, I think you should take a bow. You picked the Browns. When we had our discussion on Friday, I said that if I had to, I would pick the Steelers in a close game, but that I could see a Browns win. I didn't think the Steelers had been a very good team over the last 6-7 weeks of the year. Roethlisberger, to me, looks like a guy who doesn't want to take any hits, is willing to get rid of the ball, even if it means throwing it 4 yards downfield on 3rd and 7. So I wasn't shocked that the Browns won. I certainly was shocked the way it happened, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, the turnovers just kept coming, and I thought that was a key, even more so than running the football, is that defense was able to turn the ball over. And when they are able to do that because of the running game and what they can do, it's a very dangerous team, the Browns.
Yeah, well, Dave, I think one of the things we talked about was if the Browns got off to a good start, because that would mean that they didn't fall behind in the game, didn't have to start throwing the ball more often than they wanted to. And I think that played out pretty well. I mean, no one could have predicted how it started, right? I mean, that was the most disastrous start for a team on the first snap of a game since Todd Philcox dropped back in Seattle at the game after Bernie Kosar was let go by Bill Belichick. That's how long ago it was.
The other thing about it is it was a total team effort. You got to talk to Baker Mayfield after the game, and you know, there were so many different guys that stepped up and did well. It's an impressive win for the team, a team win for the Browns in that playoff win.
So many different guys, and that's just the offensive line, right? I mean, look at the guys that stepped in on the offensive line for this team against, you know, what we've all thought with Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt was a pretty dominant defensive front for the Steelers. I mean, the Browns look like a team. I don't know if this is going to play out in the future of the NFL with Players Association negotiating, you know, virtual days into every practice week, but certainly the Browns looked like the team was fresh-legged and playing a lot harder than the Steelers were for whatever reason.
Yeah, and you know, we alluded to it. Let's take a listen as Baker Mayfield talks just about everybody that had a hand in winning that playoff game yesterday.
It means a lot for our guys to step up. You know, we lost, you know, a few guys. Obviously, missing Joel sucks, but Michael Dunn stepped up in a huge way, and then Jack goes down. Kendall Lamb steps up in a huge way, and then Michael ends up going down. And Blake, who I just met tonight, ends up stepping up in a huge way. So, I mean, the resilience and the next man up mentality that we've been talking about the whole season, and for some of these guys that weren't even here while we were talking about it, I mean, it permeates through the whole team. And for us to come out like that, for the defense to play like that, and us to play complimentary football and get a great start, it just means so much.
That's Baker Mayfield last night. Hi, I'm Blake. I'll be your left guard. Don't worry, Mr. Mayfield. I'll do anything you need.
When we talk about the kind of the I don't want to call it the mythology, but when people 20 years from now look back at this win, the first one, you know, in 18 years or more than that, over 20, 25 years, they're going to remember the fact that Baker Mayfield described one of his linemen as Blake, who I just met tonight, and they're going to remember that the head coach was in his basement at home. It's a bizarre set of circumstances, and one that, you know, these guys really should be commended for being able to win this game on the road, facing all the challenges that they did.